Life often feels like a constant battle against worry and uncertainty. From work pressures to family challenges, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, questioning if things will ever truly align. But here's the truth many overlook. When you fully trust in God's plan, the weight you carry starts to lift in ways that defy explanation. Have you ever wondered what happens when you stop relying on your own strength and let the Creator take control? In this video, we'll explore the divine promises found in the Bible, assurances that transform stress into peace and burdens into blessings. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to continue growing in faith. And stay with us until the end. The final message might just change your perspective forever. Trusting in God begins with acknowledging that life's burdens are too heavy to carry alone. Many face emotional and spiritual exhaustion, trapped in a cycle of anxiety over their families, careers, and futures. But here's the liberating truth. Faith in God offers an escape. Proverbs 3 verse 5 teaches us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding." This trust is not blind, but a conscious decision to rely on the Creator's infinite wisdom. Imagine someone struggling with a decision that could impact their family. Instead of succumbing to worry, they turn to prayer and scripture, seeking God's guidance. This act of trust shifts the burden, replacing fear with confidence in His plan. It's a reminder that God's ways are higher than ours, and His timing is always perfect. By releasing control, they discover peace beyond comprehension. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 assures us of God's intentions. "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Embracing this promise transforms the way we approach challenges. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, they become opportunities to witness God's faithfulness. Trusting Him means believing that even difficulties serve a greater purpose in His divine plan. Stability in faith is a cornerstone of a life grounded in God's promises. Psalm 125 likens those who trust in the Lord to Mount Zion, unshakable and enduring forever. This imagery paints a picture of resilience, where faith acts as an anchor during life's storms. Just as mountains stand firm against fierce winds, so too do believers who place their trust in God. Think about times when circumstances felt like they would overwhelm you. Perhaps a financial crisis or a health scare left you questioning your ability to endure. Yet, as you turned to God, the storm began to calm, and peace settled in. This is the power of faith. It steadies the heart and mind, reminding us that we are never alone. God's promises act as a fortress, shielding us from despair. Building this kind of unwavering faith requires intentionality. It starts with immersing ourselves in the Bible, where we find reminders of God's steadfast love and protection. It also involves surrounding ourselves with a community of believers who encourage and uplift us. Together, we strengthen one another, becoming like Mount Zion, immovable and deeply rooted in God's truth. Jesus' invitation in Matthew 11 verse 28 is a profound source of comfort. "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." These words are a beacon for those overwhelmed by life's challenges, offering a peace that surpasses all understanding. Trusting in God means laying down our worries and embracing His promise of rest. Consider someone juggling the responsibilities of work, family, and personal growth. The pressures can feel suffocating, but turning to Jesus in prayer brings clarity and relief. This isn't just about escaping problems, it's about finding the strength to face them with confidence, knowing God is with us. His peace doesn't remove the storm, but equips us to navigate through it. This divine rest is not a fleeting moment, but an ongoing journey. As we cultivate a habit of turning to God, we experience a transformation. Our priorities shift, and we begin to see life through His perspective. Challenges no longer define us. Instead, they become stepping stones toward a deeper relationship with the Creator. Prayer is a direct line to God, a way to seek His wisdom and guidance in every situation. Jeremiah 33 verse 3 says, "Call to me, and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." This verse is an invitation to lean on God's understanding, especially when life feels uncertain. Imagine starting your day with a heartfelt prayer, surrendering your plans to God and asking for His direction. This simple act can transform your mindset, replacing anxiety with assurance. Prayer is not just about asking for solutions. It's about building a relationship with the Creator. Through prayer, we align our hearts with His will, finding clarity and purpose. The power of prayer is magnified when combined with faith. It's about believing that God hears us and trusting in His response, even when it doesn't align with our expectations. As we continue to seek Him, we grow in confidence, knowing that His plans are always for our good. Jesus' words in Matthew 6 verse 33 hold a profound promise. "But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." This verse emphasizes prioritizing God's will over material concerns. When believers place their trust in the Creator's plan, they find that their needs are met in ways that surpass expectations. Seeking the kingdom first doesn't mean neglecting daily responsibilities, but aligning them with God's purposes. Imagine someone juggling family, work, and personal aspirations. By dedicating their priorities to God, starting each day with prayer and scripture, they experience a shift in perspective. Challenges become opportunities to witness God's provision and faithfulness. This principle invites believers to a life of trust and dependence on God. As they surrender control and seek His guidance, they uncover blessings that might otherwise be missed. Trusting in God's promises brings peace, even amid uncertainty, and reinforces the truth that He is faithful to provide for those who prioritize His kingdom. As we wrap up this journey of faith and trust in God's perfect plan, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are you still holding on to worries, or are you ready to surrender them to the Creator who holds the universe in His hands? Remember, His promises are true, and His plans for you are filled with hope and a future beyond what you can imagine. What steps will you take today to deepen your trust in God? Will you choose to start your day in prayer, seek His word for guidance, or even share this message of faith with someone in need? Let this be the moment you decide to release the weight you've been carrying and embrace the peace that only God can give.